how did you get involved with Steve Petra? How did you meet Steve? Because you were on his last DVD, if I'm not mistaken. Aren't you the Allo Vision portion of that?
We met up in the mountains there. You got that big beer. That's where we met him. No, how I had seen his videos and all, of course, and briefly talked to him at the conventions. And then he and I both worked the Axtell booth one year. Well, both of us are kind of ADD, and we're like all over the place, but we worked together really, really well. And they would send us what I guess they figured was an order of things, but it wasn't. It was in all different boxes and all, but for some reason, our two brains could figure it out, and we worked together well. He stays at the table. I run my butt off and do the other jobs I have at the Vent convention, and then I come back, because for me to stand at a table, I'm like, drive me crazy all day. Mm-hmm. In fact, I did that for Steve Axtell at a little convention one time. So I texted Steve Petra, man, I'm really bored standing at this table all day. I don't know if I can do this. And I sent it to Steve Axtell instead.
I'm going to give these puppets away, Steve Axtell.
But Steve's a good guy. But to go back to your question, by the way, I have a great ability to take you down a different path from where you're talking, and I don't mean to do that. But Steve and I get along. We've been good friends, and he helps me with a lot of things that he can put into words what my brain thinks, and I don't have the ability. And I help him with some other things that he doesn't do quite as well. So it's good. It's like all of our friendships. There's plenty of work for everyone out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Excellent. So you helped him with that DVD, and you talking about your work with Axtell. How did you get involved with Steve Axtell?
Maybe I bought a bunch of his puppets. I'm
not. So if you buy a bunch of his puppets, then you're automatically working for the company?
No,
you're in debt to him, aren't you?
I think what it is, and I'm going to go back to the likability thing. I go around and I talk to everybody, and I'm sincere. I don't, if I'm talking to you, I'm sincere. And I talk to everybody. They feel like they know me more than they do, because everybody knows me from Cadabra. Everybody does, but I've never been there. Every convention, no, you can happen. Yeah, I just say yeah now. I don't even, but it's just that I get around and good or bad, they remember me. And I think I just struck up conversations with him like other people. That's how, when I got on the hospitality committee up at the Vent convention, they came up and said, oh, you're doing it already. We might as well put you on. So I did that. And I think it really does go down to being nice to people and being sincere to people. I know that's like a cliche, and you want me to talk more about the Vent and the puppets, but I really think that that's where a lot of the entertainers, they get on stage, and even though I'm a little different, I'm really just me, and I think you're pretty much you on stage too. We don't have to work. We do have to work if it's a tough audience, work in our craft or whatever, but we don't have to worry about putting on a facade, because what you see is basically what you get. And I think that's very important.